guys, welcome back to Ninjago News TV. The episode only aired a few hours ago, but here I am, and yeah, I'm gonna do a review video for episode 86. This episode was honestly miles above episode 85, giving us more info about the Oni and Dragon Realm, while also catching up with the Ninjago storyline. I personally love this episode, and there were some amazing scenes in this episode, all of which I will discuss soon. So without further ado, let's get into the video. This episode picks up right where episode 85 left off, and we start with a brief scene of Iron Baron, his introduction scene more or less. The soundtrack during this scene is amazing. I'm not quite sure if this is Iron Baron's theme or not, but we will see if it gets used later. But yeah, I really love this scene. Basically, Iron Baron explains and introduces himself, and he notices the ninja's diapers, and Jay, they try to make an excuse, but fail, of course. And yeah, and I've already commented on the new intro in my other video, so I'm not really going to explain that here. But anyways, I do love the new intro. So we meet Heavy Metal, Jet Jack, we meet all of the Dragon Hunters in this episode, basically. And we also see a little bit of Cole and Wu, who do notice the Dragon Camp. And yeah, let's go back to Ninjago now, where we do see Lloyd and the Elemental Masters, who are here, of course. And they are retreating back into their base. And it's a dump, as Lloyd called it. It's like a little depot garage area. Mistake is there too, and they kind of explain the whole convenience thing behind the Elemental Masters finding the ninja right at the last moment. That is all explained. And then, yeah, so Mistake's backstory is hinted at a little bit. She says that she made many mistakes, and she has a dialogue with Lloyd where she explains where the ninja are. All very cool and such. And then the real part of the story is the best part of this episode is Mr. E's death scene. Yeah, I did a video on this a few hours ago when the news was fresh, but it's pretty well known now that Mr. E dies in this episode. Garmadon kills Mr. E basically because he failed his mission, and that scene is brutal and perhaps one of the darkest scenes in Ninjago to date. He basically force chokes and dismantles Mr. E right in front of Harumi's eyes. And Harumi looks really sad, like she's starting to regret reviving Garmadon. That, of course, will be another video. But yeah, and then we see the Dragon's Den fight, which is really cool. And the funny thing is that the Dragon Keepers think that the ninja are Oni. Again, this leads to many various theories. And at the end of the video, Iron Baron realizes that the ninja have elemental powers and are descendants or are related to the first ninjutsu master. So yeah, now I'm going to talk about what I liked about this episode and what I didn't. So let's start about my pros. Like I said, this episode is miles above episode 85. It focuses more on the Oni and Dragon Realm, I think personally, but that being said, it balances both storylines. So my pros, Mr. E's death scene. That was a very mature and dark scene, and I think it takes the show a lot of guts to implement a scene like that. I personally loved it. Very dark, next level Ninjago is what they're going for. Dragon's Den fight, I loved it, the way they're being pitted against the dragons. Not something we've really seen before, but it's really cool how they defeated the dragon as well. And another thing that I like is how Iron Baron and the Dragon Keepers think that they're Oni. This leads to many theories, and it basically confirms that the Dragon Keepers aren't Oni. And yeah, the Dragon Keepers might not be bad. This episode reinforces the theory that they might be good. The soundtrack of this episode wowed me once again. It's amazing. Iron Baron is awesome. I mean, I love him as a villain. He's super cool. I also love Heavy Metal's voice as well, and he seems very cool. So yeah, Skylar's powers are back. That mystery has been solved after 3 years of speculation. And then we saw more Elemental Masters. So yeah, that's what I really liked about this episode. Now, my cons. There was way too much exposition for the Elemental Masters. I mean, we've all met them before. Chutoy is weird, to say the least. Like a version of Season 9 Jay, but even worse. Yeah, speaking of Jay, he's still crazy. Cole and Wu didn't do much in this episode. And then there's another cliffhanger. Yeah, this episode ends with another cliffhanger. I think they could probably tone down the cliffhangers a bit. So yeah, we're wrapping up this video, so I will share my final score and my final thoughts. As always, we're breaking this down for plot, action, characters, and emotion. So let's talk about plot first. I thought the plot of this episode, I should say, was spot on. It really delivered for me. The plot was awesome. So I give this the full 2.5 points. Now, as for characters, this was also a really great episode for characters. Mistake was very cool. Mr. E was cool. Garmadon was amazing. Iron Baron was awesome. Yeah, the full 2.5 for characters. Action. Yes, action. We saw Mr. E get murdered at the hands of Garmadon. We saw an amazing Dragon's Den fight. One of the best fights in Ninjago. That's a full 2.5 points for action. Now for emotion. There wasn't too much emotion in this episode, but that's okay. I think there could have been a little more emotion. And yeah, I take off 0.5 points, so this gets 2 points for emotion. So in the end, I give this episode a solid 9.5 out of 10 points. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed, leave a like, subscribe, share with everyone you know. Another thing to mention is apparently the site in which this episode was released, they're uploading episodes daily. So what does this mean? This also means daily episode reviews. And yeah, that's about it. I'll probably be releasing my Dareth Power video tomorrow, and I did plan to do that, but yeah, so this also means that my episode prediction series pretty much got butchered. There's no way I could predict, I can't wait to see these episodes, and I can't predict future episodes if I've already seen them, obviously. So yeah, that might get the axe. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I will see you next time.